Welcome back, fellas of TaxPress. Today, let's get started with Salesforce. So, Salesforce, this isn't the Salesforce you used 3 years ago. Now, in 2026, Salesforce isn't just a place to store data; it's where the AI agents works for you. So, the actual went basically releases has replaced basic automation with autonomous agents that research leads, book meetings, update your pipeline while you're asleep. So I'm going to be doing a full demo of the Agentforce 360 platform, showing you how this actually works nowadays. So the first thing is the AI-driven dashboard. Your homepage now features the Einstein summary. Instead of looking at charts, the AI tells you your 3 biggest deals are at risk and here's why, right? So basically, everything is powered by the data cloud. Now into the 2026, Salesforce pulls real-time data from your website, your ERP, and even Slack can give you the single source of the truth. When you are going to be creating your first Salesforce dashboard account, you're going to be going here for Salesforce.com. Go for the option that says start for free. And this will be giving you this form, which you need to enter the right information for it. This will be giving you a free verification on your email. So when you make the verification code, it will be generating you your own Salesforce dashboard. And automatically, it will be giving you access to your new Slack workspace. So don't be worried if you received a new Slack notification that your organization has now been correctly created. So you can see that Slack is now being generated for us, and you can sign in really quick with your Google account or with the same account you're going to be using to access Salesforce. Just hit for the option that says continue, and you might be seeing that it will be now having access directly inside here. So what I need to do now is to make sure that I make the verification code of the Salesforce, go back into Slack. This will be giving me a one-time code to make the verification of this browser, and I can be having now access directly into Slack, which is totally for free. So just like that, I'm going to be having access directly into Salesforce. So directly here into your Salesforce, what you can do is to check out the home dashboard, where you can check out here your first contact. You can create your first lead, importing across to check out the different leads, the opportunities that were created, the contacts, the reasons we caused, open cases, and much more stuff. Even you have here the to-do list that can be helping you to get started with your new first task. For example, let's assume that I'm going to be starting with my first task, which is my task information will be assigned to myself. Related to, you can generate a new account here. So you can choose the account name, the website, the type of this account. Let's say, for example, this is an actual client, and you can get in touch with all this actual information. In this case, I'm not going to be putting that information right now. On the subject, let's say that I can go for a call, a simple call, and the name into my contact, let's say name, and I'm going to type the word Gabriel, for example. There we go. Now, if you don't have any contact, you can generate your own contact. So, Sir Gabriel Gant, account name. You can generate your new account. Title, let's say, for example, customer. Reports to. In this case, since this is my first contact, I don't want to enter that information. And the phone number, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? So, example@gmail.com. And the mailing country, let's say that this one is from Estonia. And I hit for the option that says save. Usually it might be asking us to enter the account name. Let's say, for example, that I hit this option and I generate now a new account. A new account is going to be really easy to add the whole information, and the next time you wanted to enter right there, you needed to enter right above this. In this case, I'm going to just add this really quick. Type once again client, and down here my account of this person who's correctly saved it. Just like that, here should be appearing now the name, my due date. Let's see, for example, I'm making a call tomorrow, and the comments, I'm just going to leave this like this. There we go. This is my first to-do list task. And as you can see, my home dashboard would be generating, instead from the home section into the upper side, we have this new element which you can check out. For example, the call, the new task that I have generated will be appearing directly right into the home dashboard. This is going to be really helpful when it comes to, let's say, be a little bit optimized with your work. Now, into the Agentforce into action. Let's see the actual agents of the Agentforce. Look at this lead. I didn't research them the AI I did. So it scanned the LinkedIn recent news and financial reports to create 3-paragraph summary and a personalized intro email. How can we be able to check out the artificial intelligence directly into the new Salesforce? I'm going to hit for the option here that says new. Now, my new lead, for example, would be, for example, salute to sir. The company, let's say, for example, Mr. White STD. I close this. And if I hit only save, let's see what happens with the actual lead. Now, here are the deals into the actual making. The new, they contacted, nurturing, not qualified, converted, and marked status as complete. Now Slack cannot be correctly installed directly inside the home dashboard, so we don't need it to go into slack.com. We will be automatically inside this Slack channel. Now, down here I have the different segments, the history, the calendar, analytics, and now I have these new sections where I can add an email to a to-do list. I can view my own calendar. I can add a call to the to-do list, or I can even start with a new task and put it directly here into the upper side. Now into the settings, I can try to change the filter out of it, but in my case, I'm going to just stick around with this. And you can be changing this, for example, select converted status, dismiss, and this is my lead that's going to be changes from this account to an actual potential lead, for example. This happens every time. If I generate, for example, the first account, the contact, and the opportunity will be for people who are more likely to purchase my items. For example, if I am making a website and I want them to purchase one specific items, and I can go directly into the leads, so I can start following up a first lead. For example, I have the website, I can get in touch with this specific client, and I can be sending, for example, this important information. I can be using this to follow along with some sales inside there. So I have now 2 contexts. I have the account dashboard. I have the sales section where you should see how we can check out the leads, the contact accounts, opportunities, and much more. And now I have the services. Services is where I can start making some track customer support in just one element, and I can start with my first case. Assuming, for example, that somebody wanted to, let's say, contact me for something specific, that information will be appearing into a specific case. Let's say, for example, this is an escalation, media priority, and the case origin is going to be the email. Contact name, let's say that this guy with this specific account. Subject information, let's say, for example, forgot password. Client needs to change password, and I hit for save. My first case will be appearing directly in here. Depending on how it would be escalated, for example, in this case, we have already changed from the new working and waiting on customer to the escalated. That means that this might be needing to be more important than the other ones. So I have the contact details of my client. I have the case information, I have the contact information, the description information, and the system information. All of this is going to be really important for me in order to contact this client. When I finished, what I can do is to mark my status as complete, and the case will be closed. Just like that, my case will be now saved and changed as current status. And there we go. If I change back directly into my cases, you can see that the list view has into all the open cases, we have nothing. But if we go for the recently viewed, for example, here we have the case number for forgot passcode, which is now appearing and closed. Where you can see more information about the context, the accounts, the analytics, and the knowledge about all of that. Next, we have the marketing element. The marketing can be helping us to follow along some you may say campaigns to boost our sales engagement with more marketing tools. I don't use a lot the marketing element of the sales because I think it's a little bit basic, but still it can be helping you to get started with some email campaigns, a landing page, build analytics, audience building, and so much more. You can start by going for the select an email layout. Look out for the option that says, let's say for example, my first newsletter. Select and continue. And in the subject, let's go for newsletter. Just stick around into it and check out how it's actually going to be looking the preview of your own email. Into the right section, you have the information, the elements, you can change the themes, and much more. You can have the view of how it's going to be looking into a phone, for example. So if I wanted to, I can change my information. Let's say, for example, what is going on today, for example, something like that, right? So this is just a newsletter email example. I click into my image, I select my image, and let's say for example that I wanted to edit my link of this specific image, or I wanted to look out for a new one, and I just drag and drop just like that. It's going to be appearing now this new image, right? Then down here, for example, I can be changing more information about it. I can change the actual theme. I can put a little divider. I can even add an actual button. Let's see, for example, this one. I put it directly right here. And my button, let's say that says shop now, for example. So I edit my label of the button, shop now, and the link will be wherever you want it to. Let's say, for example, salesforce.com. Starting with www, just like that. Or I can even start with https salesforce.com, and here is my actual link. When I finish with this email, I go for the option save and continue, and you can be saving this to preview and send, and check out how it actually going to be looking your newsletter, and you can say this is a draft to work on that later on. And lastly, we do have the pipeline management and the forecasting. So when you managed your forecast, this is now the drag and drop sample, but notice that the predictable lead scoring. Now, so Salesforce is now flexed stale deals. If a prospect hasn't replied in 4 days, we have the AI now that can help us to mark this as a risk and predict and how it'll affect your quarterly forecast. All of this appearing into the home dashboard. So with the new Slack integration, I can pull up an account record, update a deal staged, or ask Einstein for the briefing, all without leaving my chat window, which I don't need it once again to use the navigation of Slack. If you are free to do it so, but I don't think it's going to be really useful if you already have the Salesforce already been opened. So check out how the Salesforce has already been generated my first Salesforce account into Slack. So I have now my channels directly in here, the first product, social media. Here's appearing everything about my team, for example, that I can be working on directly in here. If you see that there's an actual error between the Slack, it might be appearing something like this into the home dashboard. And just make sure that the Slack has now been correctly installed. Just type the word Slack. Let's see what we do have here, and it might be or not appearing directly inside my Salesforce. Now let's head over to our account, view our profile, check out the settings of our profile, and what you can do is to check out the approver settings. You can check out the language, and you can check out the email, the calendar reminders, desktop add-ons, importing, and here is the Slack information. So the Slack user mapping will be appearing directly in here. Basically, this is the basic way of how you can get started with the Salesforce. Lastly, what you can do is that if you wanted to import contacts that you already have somewhere else, what you can do is to check out the option that says import directly into the context, so you don't have to start from scratch. Look out for the option that says start from a file, like a CVS file, or just use the import wizard. Usually I do the CVS file, which is much more faster, and this will be giving you just like a quick template of how you should organize your context in order for Salesforce to understand which is which. So basically, basically, this is a really basic tutorial into Salesforce. This is about working smarter, not harder. So the AI now handles the busy work so you can focus into building relationships, right? So if you're ready to start your journey, I have linked the winter 20 release notes and a free a link so you can start out here for the Salesforce. You want to check out more plans, you can click directly into the compile plans and check out the starter plan or the pro suite, which one fits for you the best. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hopefully with all of this information we can see you next time.